this bag. When you get to Abuja, you take it to Lagos. Well, before you get to Lagos, I'll give you a number that you call. Then the guy will give you 500. I hope it will be sufficient for what you need. I said yes.
Things have turned out the way they are now. What do you have to say to others who would want to take this part?
I will only advise my fellow Nigerians that not all that guilters are good, because they are there deceiving you, telling you to do this and do that with empty guarantee. There is no guarantee in doing something illegal.
Regrets may be for the suspect and his likes caught up by the long arms of the law, but for the Anti-Illicit Drug Agency, it is an unending war until Nigeria is cleansed of drugs.
Trafficking in Nigeria is no longer profitable. It is now made a difficult process for them to come in or to go out. And those within, we're also closing on them. Officers have now been put on alert, 24/7 alert, to ensure that nobody, including those farmers who are planting cannabis, or those who are manufacturing methamphetamine, or those with clandestine laboratories manufacturing any form of drugs, they're now warned to desist from doing those things. Because we're not just going after arresting and prosecuting them, we're going after their properties, which is the proceeds of those crimes.
Not forgetting the nexus between drug and crime, experts say its usage manipulates one's behavior.
Most of these illicit drugs, they have the effect on the central nervous system, especially on the brain. So there is a problem with, they eventually cause, damage, to the brain. And drugs like amphetamine, if they tell you some of them would ultimately even cause damage to the brain, they induce seizures. And there is also a problem of, dependency, because they make you high.
The story of David is just one of the thousands of suspected drug traffickers apprehended by the NDLEA, and the results are revealing the crime that is being frowned at in the country, with the arrest of over 8,634 drug traffickers and 5 major drug barons controlling different cartels across Nigeria, as well seizure of more than 2.7 million kilograms of illicit drugs. Abdulmalik Hassan, NTA News.
Interagency collaboration, including whistle-blowing strategies, have contributed immensely to the successes recorded by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in eradicating trafficking in illicit drugs and harmful substances. Amaka Owo reports that this is evident in the number of seizures recorded on air and seaports, as well as land borders.
In illicit drugs and other harmful substances are presently having a hard time, as the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) and other relevant agencies have left nothing to chance in uncovering all tactics and unsuspecting means devised by drug peddlers within Lagos State. This is evident in the data released by the NDLEA, which shows that between January and August 2021, 122 cases led to the arrest of 121 suspects, of which 105 are male and 16 female.
When we receive information from sister agencies, what we do is to study the information we receive and turn it into intelligence, and then carry out surveillance to find out the details concerning that information, identify the people who are involved, and then we carry out operations.
Immigration Act gives us the power of examination, and we can examine documents, we can examine persons, and in the process, when we come across anything that points to the fact that this traveler could be person of interest, of course we hand over to the appropriate government agency.
Nigeria Customs Service says it remains resilient in its mandate of suppressing smuggling activities.
Actually, every other week you hear of seizures of drugs, either at the seaport, land borders, or airports. Just last month at Apapa, we recorded 74.119 kilogram of Catagon, a drug that was craftily hidden in some machineries.
These synergies continue to enable the federal government in winning the clampdown on traffickers in illicit drugs and harmful substances. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
And joining us in the studio live is the Director of Media and Advocacy, NDLEA, Femi Baba. Femi, you're welcome to Weekend File.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, let's congratulate the agency for doing a lot of wonders, particularly of recent, because we are monitoring the levels of seizures, huge ones, I must say, and that's a big achievement on the part of the agency. But then the question is this: what is the major attraction apart from money? Because while the agency is doing all this, the menace continues.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't let us forget this problem has been there over the years, and this is it's a global phenomenon. It's a global menace.
Yes.
So, and we are part of the global community. So we have our own share of the problem of the drug menace. But then quite a number of factors are responsible. One you just identified, money, the love for money. Then quite a lot of other things like poor parenting, that is starting from, don't forget that the family is the smallest unit of the society. And when you have parents sending their kids to go and buy drugs for them to take, they take these drugs in the presence of the kids, or probably the kids are hiding in one corner watching how the parents take these things. There is the tendency for such a child to want to also have a taste of what his or her parent is taking, and it starts from that level. Then you also have the problem of peer pressure. A lot of them, when they go out, they see what their friends do, and they want to belong. They don't want to feel outside. Not part of the norm, not part of what is happening. So they want to feel they belong, and they want to act that way. And so gradually they start from tasting, and then they become dependent. Again, you also have the issue of socio-economic problems, like quite a number of young people that probably are out of jobs, some are out of school, and the only way they want to have something that will give them some temporary relief from some of the challenges they are facing, so they see drug as providing them that temporary relief. But then we always say, even if the drug gives you some relief for 1 or 2 hours, it doesn't solve the actual problem you're having. And again, it's compounding what the issues are, what your problems are. Because one, the problem you are running away from remains there when the drug wears out. Two, these drugs have effects on the health of the individual. You see, quite a number of these drugs are now mixed now locally within their communities. You have squishes when people mix tramadol, rofinol with sobo, the black currant, and some high variants of cannabis. They mix them together, they take them. These things damage their vital organs. They may not get to know this until maybe much later, when they start having health problems. Then beyond the socio-economic factors, you also have people probably from some broken homes, this kind of things, and
it still boils down to the family.
To the family,
the beginning itself.
So, and that's why we believe strongly that to tackle this problem, again, we still have to go back to the family unit, to that level. And that's why we're taking advocacy to different communities, different organizations, faith-based organizations, community-based organizations, and in all the advocacy programs we've been doing, led by the chairman himself. He's not leaving this for anybody, and that's why we've been going across the states, where we meet with the governors, meet with traditional rulers, meet with religious organizations, that is Christian Association of Nigeria, Council of Ulama, Muslim Council, a whole lot of stakeholders, where we discuss with them the issue of drugs.
Okay. All right, Baba Femi, we'll talk some more. Let's quickly go on this break. When we return, this discussion will continue on Weekend File. Stay with us.
As part of the Nigeria at 60 celebrations, President Muhammadu Buhari in 2020 inaugurated the Interministerial Committee headed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, and the Ownership Subcommittee chaired by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo. The committee, in collaboration with the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, ALGON, proudly presents the Nigeria at 60 ALGON Made in Nigeria exhibition. Come participate as 774 LGAs, the FCT area councils, and other stakeholders converge in Abuja to showcase their unique products in the biggest exhibition ever held in Nigeria. Date 26th to 30th September 2021. Venue Old Parade Ground Area 10 Abuja. For participation and sponsorship, contact Red Sapphire Limited Abuja 0805 600 0387 www.neg60algonexpo.com. Powered by Proudly Nigeria Expo / Helpline Foundation for the Needy, Human Rights Radio, FRCN, NTA, FCTA, DOAS, and Cockrell Foods. Our diversity is our strength.
Give your kids winning energy. Milo Active Go. With the goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa, helps them make the most of every day. Milo, the energy to go further.
The Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, ASCON, announces the commencement of sale of forms for the 2022 ASCON Public Service Examination, PSE, for the personnel of the following organizations: Federal Ministries / Parastatals, State Parastatals, State Civil Service Commissions, Local Government Service Commissions, and other interested public institutions. The year 2022 PSC shall take place simultaneously at various centers nationwide on Thursday 27th and Friday 28th January 2022 respectively. Interested candidates are required to purchase the registration form from any of the PSE client organizations, fill and affix 2 copies of recent passport-size photograph, and submit the completed form in duplicate. All registration forms for the 2022 Public Service Examination must be submitted to the place of purchase not later than Friday 18th December 2021. For further inquiries, please contact the Secretary PSE Unit, ASCON Topo Badagry, Mrs. Ivy Akpan, on 0808 3352425, 003 5790853, or visit ASCON website at www.ascon.gov.ng. Announcer, Director General, ASCON.
This na the story of Pekin, wey rise to the max. Rain or shine, it not settle for less. Na the story of small boy we get big talent. Wait to, it be like say na the story of one man wey fall, but we bounce back in style.
Osime, wetin dey motivate you? I want day big, special and great.
Watching us live from Big Brother House Studio.
Joy for Osime and his teammates at Chuck as well.
Make we enjoy Max Entertainment together.
Sports or movies, telenovela or cartoon, music or reality TV. With just 6,900 naira, you fit get your GoTV decoder plus 1 month Max subscription. Make you enjoy over 75 channels with for GoTV Max. Make you and your special ones enjoy better things on Max levels. GoTV, love it.
Public policy issues on 5G network is our focus on NTA Tuesday Live next week. Leadership and experts on hand to enlighten Nigerians. Tuesday Live, every week on Tuesdays at 10:30 p.m. Incisive and educative. Don't miss it.
Thanks for staying with us. In Kano, the collaboration between the federal and state governments through the joint task force funded by the state government is yielding results in reducing the supply side chain of illicit drugs. Aminu Umar tells us how this was achieved.
The synergy is working. Arrest from everywhere. Recently, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a truck with 530 kilograms of cannabis concealed in it. The arrest of 83 thugs also led to another breakthrough, where 16 bags of cannabis were discovered. Only this week, Customs made additional arrest of suspects with 185 cartons of unregistered and expired drugs. This is in addition to several other arrests by the state agencies. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency commander in Kano, Isa Likita Muhammad, says the command has achieved a lot in terms of cutting the supply side. The feat, he said, was the result of collaboration and support of the state government.
What we are trying to do is to reduce the amount of drugs that come into Kano, and also to minimize the availability of these drugs to consumers so that they will not have the drugs to even take.
There is an established link between Commission of Crimes and drug trafficking, as confirmed by the arrests made by police, as 80% of crimes are induced by drugs.
You can see in the metro, the dealers in drug, that is what majorly causes the issue of daba being high.
Concerned by this, Kano State government, apart from funding the operation of the Joint Task Force on Drugs, testing was made mandatory before one is appointed into any political office. The support of clergymen will in no small measure help in curbing the menace, as acknowledged by the NDLEA in Kano. Amin Umar, NTA News.
We're still here with Femi Baba Femi, Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA. Let's talk about this drug test initiative or program.
Yeah, it's something that the chairman has been promoting seriously, and we're glad that the feedback we're getting is positive, and that's to the extent that quite a number of government agencies, institutions, and now buying into it. And in fact, just of recent, the military invited the agency to conduct tests on a number of soldiers. That is very positive. And we also have schools, private institutions that have also latched onto this. You see, the whole essence of this is not to embarrass anybody. The whole essence of this drug testing is to, one, to detect early anybody who is on drugs or who is taking drugs, because this thing is an ailment. The earlier it is detected, the better help comes for the person. And like the reports that came from Kano, in Kano State today, the government there has made it mandatory for anybody aspiring to any political office to undergo tests. And NDLEA does that for them. So we believe also that this should be universal within the context of this country, because apart from serving the purpose of deterrence, because when you know that before you get married, you have to go through drug tests, before you go for school admission, you go through drug tests, before you even get employed, you go through drug tests, then you will think twice before you get tempted, before you go into taking it. So that is working, and we're really glad, because what, like the example that has been, that the chairman used to cite, we take HIV test, HIV/AIDS test before we get married. It's not in the law. We take genotype test before we get before people get married. It's not in the law. So also this may not be part of our law now, but then when we all adopt it and take it seriously, it will really help in our drug demand reduction drive. That is our belief, and it's something, because for the institutions where some of these things, where it is rampant, that is higher institutions especially, we have been talking with the schools, and we're still meeting with them. The chairman is trying to meet with the body, that's the Committee of Vice Chancellors and the NUC, to lay the foundation for this so that every institution will have to adopt this and make it compulsory. This way, students will not go to school with drug in their body. And again, we are also saying that it's not, you don't have to, when these people are tested and they test positive, you don't have to throw them out to the street.
But
so that so that their situation does not get worse.
Okay.
The school should also have, along with their hospital rehabilitation center where they can be treated.
Thank you, Femi. Thanks for coming on Weekend Vibe.
It's my pleasure.
And good luck to the agency too.
Thank you very much.
We've been talking with Femi Babafemi, Director of Media and Advocacy, NDLEA. Of course, this is Weekend File. Time for one more break. Stay with us.
Nollywood film, Orisun, PBO, AMC be my best channel. But ST Nollywood Plus, they show the latest Nollywood blockbuster on top classic bouquet. How I want to take watch them?
My pikin dey enjoy 5 children's channels. But you won't add DreamWorks on top of.
I be telenovela lover and I like ST Novella E and Starlight. But I hear say this series on ST Novella E Plus on top classic bouquet. The Totori person pass waiting I dey see now. And I won't watch them. Sure, I go need pay 800 naira extra.
From September 1, Star Times, they summer you better package. But no fear, we no increase price. Join this offer. Make basic bouquet subscribers just pay for 1 month and they go fit to watch 3 Ogbonge extra channels from Classic Bouquet. This awoof never finish. Recharge Classic or Super Bouquet for 1 month and you fit be one of the 400 lucky people them. We go win smartphone. Terms and conditions stay shallow. More value, same price. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Sports update is next with Bade Adelie Raya.
Many thanks, Kenny. Civil servants in the country have been encouraged to embrace regular exercise to help boost their productivity. This was the submission of stakeholders at the September edition of the Federation of Public Service Games monthly Keep Fit exercise held at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. NTA's Executive Director, Administration and Training, Professor Steve Egbo, led Team NTA to the event.
It's an event that brings us out to share laughter, enjoy together.
Because if the staff are fit and firm and in good health, they'll be able to give their best at their workplace.
A good exercise keeps you away from a lot of pills, a lot of visit to hospitals and doctors, a lot of ailments.
This walking jogging is particularly unique in the sense that it is part of the activity earmarked to commemorate the 61st anniversary of our dear country, Nigeria.
Moving on, all is now set for the final of the 2021 Women's Afrobasket between the Tigress of Nigeria and their Malian counterparts on Sunday. Defending champions Nigeria beat Senegal to reach the Women's Afrobasket final, where they will face Mali, who narrowly beat host Cameroon in the other semi-final. Mali are through to a final for the first time since 2009, while Nigeria contests the trophy for a third successive time, having won the last 2 Afrobasket championships. To football now, Johan Wizard's late strike earned Brentford a point against Liverpool in a pulsating 3-all thriller in West London to deny the visitors a 3-point lead in the Premier League. At Old Trafford, Bruno Fernandes missed a stoppage time penalty as Aston Villa prevented Manchester United moving top of the Premier League with a deserved 1-0 victory, while Gabriel Jesus scored to help Manchester City defeat Chelsea 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Everton and West Ham won their matches with 2 other games drawn. Finally, in a few hours from now, 2 Olympic gold medalists with sterling professional pedigrees will duke it out as WBO, IBF, WBA heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua defends his titles against former undisputed cruiserweight kingpin Alexander Usyk. A win by Joshua sets him up for the winner of the October 9 trilogy clash between WBC titleist Tyson Fury and former title holder Deontay Wilder. An upset by the former undisputed cruiserweight champion, sets himself for the opportunity to become a 4-belt title holder in 2 different weight classes. And that does it on Sports Update. It's back to Kenny.
Thank you indeed, Bade. And of course, let's quickly remind you to be a star with the NTA as we continue to fight against rape and rapists. We'd like to thank you for watching Weekend File tonight. Of course, my name is Kenneth Ima Abodike, wishing you the best of the weekend. Bye-bye.